that was Plan 8, one of the most interesting next generation games coming very soon. And yes, this game is coming very soon to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC. It is not being cancelled, but why is it taking so long? Well, the developers Pearl Abyss have a lot of big projects in development. Currently, their current game, Black Desert, which has been out for a while, I think a couple years now, that constantly has updates to the game. There's also Black Desert Mobile, which is out, which also gets updates. But the big game, Crimson Desert, which is an open world fantasy RPG, seems to be their next mainline release, which I definitely want to make a video about because this game just looks absolutely insane. There's also Doki V, which is a Pokemon / Digimon hybrid style 3D open world RPG that they're working on. All these games are coming to next gen. And then they're working on Plan 8, which is listed on their website as well. So don't worry about that. They're still working on Plan 8, but the scope and scale of this game seems to be very, very large, as well as the scope and scale of Doki V and Crimson Desert, sorry. Black Desert is also a massive game, so there's a lot of work to be done. But what exactly is this Plan 8 game? Well, it's an MMO style open world RPG with single player narrative components. In the new frontier of war, the limits of humanity are meant to be broken, kind of like a Terminator style game. And it looks like the enemies and robots you're going to be fighting is kind of like an Ultron invading Earth. And you're going to have to stop a lot of iterations of these robots, whether they're spawning off one robot like Ultron, or there's just many different types of robots that somehow, like a rogue AI, kind of like the Terminator series. Plan 8 is an MMO shooter where characters suit up in an exosuit and set within an expansive sci-fi world filled with interesting and mysterious storylines. It's using the impressive Black Space graphics engine as well, which is also being used in Crimson Desert and Doki V. This engine is absolutely insane. Because of this engine is how their games are looking so good. So if there's a video out there that goes in depth on how exactly this engine works, I would definitely watch that. Well, who exactly are these developers? Who exactly are Pearl Abyss? Well, Pearl Abyss is a South Korean video game developer and publisher known for creating the cross-platform MMORPG Black Desert Online and the upcoming open world action adventure game Crimson Desert. Currently, they are expanding into Western regions and developing their games more for a Western audience. From their website, their statement reads this: Pearl Abyss, a leading South Korean game developer and publisher, announced it has opened a new office in Amsterdam and expanded its Manhattan Beach office in the LA metropolitan area. The company is best known for its highly successful Black Desert franchise, which has attracted over 40 million players and generated over $2 billion in lifetime revenue. Their primary function is to service the North American and European markets with dedicated live ops, server infrastructure, community management, customer support, localization, marketing, and public relations services. Additionally, the offices will explore new markets and deepen existing ones. Pearl Abyss is committed to continue expansion into the Western markets to better serve its players and will continue proactively to do so with its presence in North America and Europe. So what all of this means is Pearl Abyss is very much looking forward to target Western audiences. They want people in America, England, all of Europe, North America to start playing their games, and they're gonna have to start designing their games to suit a Western audience in terms of gameplay. Now, I've played a little bit of Black Desert, and you can tell the style and gameplay of the game. The graphics look insane, but the UI, the gameplay, it doesn't. I'm not really into that. However, when I play fantasy games like Elder Scrolls or a third-person Dragon Age or something like that, it's a different feeling. It's more. It just feels better to me. And I think that's because I'm more used to the way Western games play and operate, and Ubisoft games. So I think that's the direction Pearl Abyss are going with their future titles. So what features can you expect from Plan 8? What are the things that we can be looking forward to when we finally get our hands or get some gameplay of this game? Well, it's an MMO style game, so you'll be able to play online with your friends. It's an open world game which seemingly will have single player style narrative stories, and also of course like side quests, main quests, all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff in terms of open world games, if you're into Ubisoft stuff, then we hope to be seeing some of that come into Plan 8. One of the main focuses of the game is Exosuit. So I imagine beginning you have like some lower end exosuit and you grind and level up to get better gear, exos, armor, weapons, as this game will be an MMORPG. So we're definitely going to be getting a lot of RPG style things that we're accustomed to here in the West. It seems like different exosuits will have different abilities, like running on rules, jetpacks. There's like these kind of wings. There's the ability like an electric rope kind of thing where it comes out of your arm and it can snap necks and electricity to it. So there's a lot of features. There's even like a scorpion tail thing. Different exosuits will have different abilities, it seems. We will be facing these Ultron style robots, which is probably a rogue AI taking over the world for some Terminator fans out there. There's going to be different size and types of robot enemies. There's big ones, there's dogs, there's spiders, there's normal runners, so zombie like kind of robots. So there's a lot of variety in terms of enemies of what we've seen so far. To me, it seems like the map will be on an island, as at the beginning of the trailer we get like this kind of view of a kind of island. So I'm thinking that will be the map with a city area, a jungle area, and different atmospheres for different areas of the map. There will be stealth as shown in the trailer against Ultron dogs and a big mech trying to hunt you down. So there should be stealth focused gameplay, which is very exciting to me. There will also be traversal by horse, boat, cars, motorcycle, and of course there should be jetpack. And it is confirmed to have like jet wings on certain exos and even a speed boost. The trailer also confirms wall running with an exo. So there are so many insane abilities, and that's just what we've seen in the trailer. So hopefully we see a lot more and none of this stuff is being cut out because it is a CGI trailer. There will also be a large variety of weapons which should be upgradable, and probably different gear levels on weapons and armor, as it is an open world RPG. The detail in the clothing as well is insane, and one of the little things that I like is just to be able to like get a large variety of customization options in terms of visual aesthetic and clothing. So I hope they kind of have that in the game as well, like different jackets, clothes, trousers, GTA kind of stuff like that. I just love the little kind of clothing aspects in these games rather than just armor and upgrading the exosuits. There'll also be melee weapons and hand-to-hand combat, which will be enhanced by the exosuit. There's a shot in the trailer where the guy with an exosuit grabs one of the robots and just crushes his head. It just looks incredible. Just like weapons, you'll be able to upgrade your exosuit and add modifications for different abilities. There's even a scorpion style tail for an exosuit, which looks incredible. And there's also a Dr. Octopus style exo arms. There's a good old fashioned bow and arrow for just, so which I hope is in the game. I love just having like a bow and arrow, crossbow and stuff like that. But a bow and arrow is shown in the trailer, and this seems like to be very similar in terms of the exosuit, scorpion tail and Dr. Octopus arms. It seems like it seems very similar to the body modifications in the Cyberpunk game. So maybe there's an inspiration there, and they could take what works and what doesn't work. So that's what I could actually gather from the trailer. Now, in terms of a release date, hopefully we get Crimson Desert, which seems to be their next mainline release in 2023. I mean, the release date for Crimson Desert was actually 2022, the end of 2022. So the game looks very, very impressive to say the least. And there is actual gameplay of that game as well, which was shown off in 2021 Game Awards. So hopefully we do get Crimson Desert in 2023, and we can actually judge by the gameplay and how it flows and how it works and how great it looks and the technical aspects as it works on Xbox Series X, PC and PS5. How this game feels, which is one of the big things, because after playing Black Desert, it didn't really feel that great to me. However, if this game is targeted to Western audiences, this should play like a Ghost of Tsushima Metal Gear Solid, you know, the flowiness, the polish of the game should feel very different than Black Desert did feel. So if we get Crimson Desert in 2023, then I predict that we may get Plan 8 not in 2024, but rather in 2025-26 time frame, because it looks insane like any game using the Black Space engine. But with this game, we only got a CGI trailer, there's no gameplay, and things probably are still gonna, I mean, and they're working on a whole load of other games which require a lot of attention to detail and, you know, a lot of support, and a lot of their developers probably are working on these other projects as well. But it seems like Plan 8 is going to be the game after Crimson Desert. I hope the game feels as good as it looks. The gun designs are incredible. I think they're targeting Western audiences that are more accustomed to studios like Ubisoft and Rockstar Games, and I hope we see more of Plan 8 in 2023. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.
Send rocks across the pavement, hoping they will cave in and swallow me whole. Wonder why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told.